A besoin.
Hello dear viewers and welcome to our English news edition. Here are our major stories. The President of the Republic, Ismail Margeri, received today at the Presidential Palace an emissary of the King of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and guardian of the two holy places. In our region news, 8 million voters go at the polls in Mali. Thank you for joining us. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margeri, left today Sunday the country for Addis Ababa, the Ethiopian capital, where he will make a few days private visit. On his departure, the President of the Republic was greeted at the International Airport of Djibouti by the Prime Minister and acting head of the government, Mr. Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed, surrounded by members of the cabinet of the Presidency of the Republic. And now, in the major stories, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margeri, received today at the Presidential Palace an emissary of the King of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and guardian of the two holy places, Salman bin Abdulaziz and Saud. Bearer of a written message, the emissary of the King Salman, who is none other than the Saudi Minister Delegate for African Affairs, Ahmed bin Abdulaziz, first transmitted to the President Gele greetings and messages of friendship and fraternity addressed to him by the guardian of the two holy places. The relations of friendship and cooperation between the two countries and the two people, as well as ways and means to promote and develop them further, were then discussed during this meeting. Developments in this sub-region, including the role of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in the new regional geopolitical situation, were also discussed in this meeting. Lastly, the audience served as an opportunity for the rapprochement of views and could inspire the nation sister and friend of Saudi Arabia in some disputes in our country with other states, including the United Arab Emirates. The Djiboutian Minister for Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, took part in this meeting. And in a statement made after this meeting with the President of the Republic, the Saudi Minister Delegate in charge of African Affairs, Mr. Ahmed Latan, said that he discussed with the head of state with the relations of friendship and cooperation between the two brother countries in ways and means to promote and develop them further. As for the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mahmoud Ali Yusuf affirmed the distinguished relations between Djibouti and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He said that this meeting was held between the President of the Republic and the Minister of African Affairs, Ahmed bin Qatin, in the framework of enhancing the existing cooperation between the two countries. King Salman bin Abdulaziz, he said that the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia plays an important role in cleaning up this period. The Republic of Djibouti and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have strong relations with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for more than 4 years. This is thanks to the common values we share into Djibouti's unique strategic location. The Minister of Defense in charge of relations with Parliament, Ali Hassan Bahdoum, participated in the 2040th ordinary meeting with the political organs of the East African Standby Force in Kigali, Rwanda. In his mission, the minister was accompanied by a large delegation composed of General Smainour Subakle, Chief of Defense Staff, Mr. Intiri Ibrahim Farah, Technical Advisor to the Minister, Lieutenant Colonel Ali Nuhu, Senior Officer, Djiboutian Air Forces. The adoption of this report of the meeting of the Chief of Staff was one of the points discussed at this meeting. And at the end of the meeting, the Ministers of Defense and Security signed the final report. The Minister of Muslim Affairs, Mumin Hassan Barre, took part in the Ministerial Conference for the Promotion of the Culture and Tolerance in the Advancement of Religious Freedom at the invitation of the U.S. Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo. This first meeting was held in Washington from July 25 to 26 with the participation of more than 80 countries. Minister Mumin Hassan Barre was accompanied by our ambassador in Washington, Mohammed Siad Douale, and Councillor Shuaib Ajal. The opening ceremony was held at the U.S. State Department headquarters in Harry Truman building in the presence of U.S. Vice President Mike Pence and Secretary of State and the Ambassador of the United States for International Religious Freedom, Mr. Sam Brownback. The work was focused on clear goals, reaffirming the commitment of the international community to promote tolerance and religious freedom and to bring real and positive change in the diversity of cultures and religions. The ministerial meeting brought together a wide range of stakeholders, including ministers in charge of religious affairs, diplomats and representatives of international organizations, as well as religious leaders. And also in the news, the Training Center of Djibouti Chamber of Commerce has held this morning the closings of a training in statistics and data processing. The one-day workshop brought together private and public sector executives and was facilitated by an international expert, Mr. Ahmed Dubi. The trainer congratulated the participants as well as the CEO of the Chamber of Commerce and the Vice President. The latter, as the Vice President of the Chamber of Commerce, Indra Mazida, welcomed the organization of this training. And for his part, the President of the Djibouti Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Yusuf Moussa Douale, welcomed the training provided for executives from the private sector as well as the public for statistic and data processing. He said that the workshop will benefit the participants in providing them information in the exercise of their work. The State Secretariat for Youth and Sports organized in partnership with the Office Programs Better Migration Management in Djibouti a series of sports events from July 28 to 30 in Jajora. And to this end, teams of young people from the regions of Dikhil, Ali Sabih, Obok and Tajora were invited to participate in football matches and handball. It has been placed under the theme War Day of Dignity and Victims of the Human Trafficking, and supported by the program Improving the Management of Migration Flows in the Republic of Djibouti. The kickoff of these sports events was given by the Deputy Prefect of the Tajora region, Mr. Habib Jilani, and the Director of the Department of Sports, Mr. Omar Hassan, after the traditional parade teams participating in the sports complex of Tajora. The first match of handball for girls opposed the Obok team in the team of the Tajora as well. The Northern Youth Derby was won by the White City team Tajora 6-2. In the finals of the sporting events dedicated to the World Day of Sensitization on the Human Rights of Migrants will be held on Monday, July 30 in the sports complex of Tajora in the presence of representatives of the Secretariat for Youth and Sports and local authorities. And the rest of the world presidential election in Mali voting started on Sunday as people in Mali head to the polls to vote for a president. More with Mohammed Aden.
Malians began voting on Sunday to elect a new president in a poll whose number one issue is security. The outgoing president Ibrahim Boubacar Keita and the leader of the opposition Soumaïla Cissé are given favorites. Malians began voting Sunday for a crucial presidential elections for the country, still facing the jihadist threat despite 5 years of international military intervention. The approximately 23,000 polling stations open at 8 a.m. and must close at 6 p.m. First results are expected within 48 hours, provisional official result by 3 August at least, before a possible second round on 11 August. More than 8 million inhabitants of this vast landlocked country of West Africa, counting about 20 ethnic groups, are called to the poll to renew the President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita, 73-year-old, or to elect one of its 23 competitors, including opposition leader Soumaïla Cissé and only one woman, Jeneb Bandiaï.
The shocking images of the fires in Greece. This incident is by far the country's worst since flames devastated the southern Peloponnese Peninsula in August 2007, killing a dozen. More in this video.
Of the fire in Greece. These are images worthy of a disaster movie. They are filmed by Elia Kalia. Dozens of people have taken refuge in the sea facing the progressions of the flame around Meti, not far from Athens. Many of them protect themselves with the smoky fume of the fire using their cross and huddle together in small groups. Some have only managed to save some property from their home completely destroyed by fire. In all, more than 700 people have been evacuated from endangered beaches. The latest record of fire in Greece reports 88 deaths. Confusion reigns over the exact number of missing. The whole country is in shock.
And that's all for this edition. Thank you for joining us on RTD. Have a good night.